Ghanaian artists are advocating for the restoration of the African cultural heritage through permanent repatriation of looted artifacts. By highlighting the cultural significance of African royal umbrellas, Ghanaian American artist Rita Mawuena Benissan aims to inspire more conversations on the importance of African history and identity. Senanu Tord has the report from Accra in Ghana.
In her creative studio in Accra, Rita Mawuena Benissan is remaking royal umbrellas. A royal umbrella is part of her latest exhibition focusing on preserving Ghana's chieftaincy and traditional culture. The chief sits under the royal umbrella during festivals, and depending on the golden totems and relics placed on the umbrella, one can tell their level of authority. The details are in the umbrella's design, and that's what Benissan has been remaking from scratch for her exhibitions. 29-year-old Benissan moved to the United States as an infant and lived there until 2021. Later, her research focused on tracing her identity and past and the importance of the African royal umbrella. That brought her back to Ghana in 2021, where she now lives and stays connected to her Ghanaian roots.
I never really got to meet my grandfather, but my mom always introduced him as he was a chief. Oh, like I have royal blood in my family. But other than that, I didn't really see too many photos of him growing up. But it really took me as an older adult to be able to now kind of see the importance of his legacy within my own self.
Benissan is committed to showcasing African legacies through art. She has been collecting archives such as films, photographs, documents, and artifacts of African culture and heritage for her archiving foundation called Sihene, which means the making of a chief in the Tree language. She says she draws inspiration from these archives to recreate art for her exhibitions, but her challenge is lack of access to African history on the continent itself.
I found that a lot of the posts that I make are photos that are in institutions outside. So photos that are in the British Museum, in Europe, in the US, at different universities, but they're not actually accessible in Ghana, which is one of the biggest problems, because how does a student who's Ghanaian American, coming back home, have less access of these photos, visuals, artifacts in Ghana, but in the States or in Europe has more access to it?
Ghanaian historian Osei-Bonsu Safo-Kantanka says about 90% of African cultural heritage and artifacts are located outside the continent because Europeans looted them during the height of colonialism between the 15th and 20th centuries.
They are not just arts. They are of spiritual significance, economic significance, social and moral significance.
Advocates have been calling for the return of these artifacts back to their rightful owners. This year, Ghana saw the return of some Ashanti Kingdom pieces from both the United States and the United Kingdom. The Fowler Museum at UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles, returned royal artifacts to the Menchia Palace in Kumasi, while the British Museum, Victoria and Albert Museum returned as loan 32 items of gold, silver treasures, including a 300-year-old Impomponson sword, gold peace pipes, gold discs, and royal regalia. But locals say they want a permanent return.
It sounds incomprehensible because it was taken from here. You have no idea how they were made. You came in as armed robbers and took it away. So if you have realized that it's mine and you're bringing it back, it is a matter of just giving it back. But you say it's low.
Historical concepts such as the practice of claiming spoils of war justify the ownership of these artifacts by the victors, complicating their permanent return to their rightful owners. Safo-Kantanka says a legislative order or law from the United Kingdom is needed to permit museums to return artifacts permanently. Benissan hopes that her intricate designs, gold artifacts and totems that hold spiritual significance to African cultures, and umbrella exhibitions could spark conversations about the importance of restitution.
When people walk into a museum, when people walk into a gallery space, they're seeing these umbrellas, they're seeing these totems, they're seeing the stools, the thrones. Literally, many of the elements of the regalias that are used within the chieftaincy is in their forefront. So we're not hidden. were literally right in people's faces, and which is also like a call to action to say, no, you cannot hide us.
Benissan has held exhibitions in Africa and Europe, and now plans to organize more such exhibitions across other parts of the world, hoping that it will help amplify the important conversation and inspire others to join the campaign. Senanu Tord for VOA Africa, Accra, Ghana.